Hello, what's up guys? Arcane Masters Minecraft here with some more crafting did cure. Difference from what I'm doing right now as compared to what I was doing earlier with being on multiplayer, I am going over some of the items. For those of you who are not familiar with the game but have heard of it, or for those of you who just haven't played it at all. So, these are the 4 general loot piles that you'll find scattered across the world. Oh, I just stepped over. You'll find these scattered around in naturally generated structures in a CDC world type. Crafting did cure, for that matter. There is the emerald colored, which is extremely rare loot, which contains pretty much everything, ranging pretty much everything except for these kinds of weapons, pretty much from the cereal box all the way to barbed wire, not barbed wire, but the crowbar. Now, the better chance to get better chances of finding better things, you're going to have to find better loot. Gold is basically the second tier of rarity, and I'll get to this kind in a moment. But it goes from basically iron, gold, diamond, emerald. So emerald being the best, iron being, you know, you need it but you don't exactly like it. So, found a candy bar out of the common loot, found a water canteen out of the rare loot, found a golden apple out of the very rare loot, I found another golden apple out of the extremely rare loot. Now, these items are okay, but for these 2 cool looking loot piles, the red one is medical loot. You can find things like blood bags, which you can use for yourself or give to your friends. And military loot, you find guns. Yes, guns. All different kinds of guns. There are many different guns, as you see right here, that I could go over, but I'm not exactly focused on that at the moment. Now, let me explain why empty blood bags aren't exactly 100% useless. You can use them on another player to draw about 1,000 blood points worth of blood, so if you're dying and they're in good condition, you can take some of their blood, which they will get back for some of the blood that you may need more than they do at the time. So that's for loot and a little lesson about medical supplies, sort of. Now, for barbed wire and the barbed wire kit and wire cutters, these things are a little more self-explanatory. You use the wire cutters, you have to wait there for a couple seconds, but eventually you'll cut the wire, and there you go. And a barbed wire kit allows you to place this. I'm just using this out of the creative menu. You just hold it down for a couple seconds like that, and eventually you'll place down a piece of barbed wire. And when players go through it, they get slowed similar to cobweb, excuse me, and so do zombies. And they take lots and lots of damage. So it's very useful. Now, for melee weapons, I'll go ahead and just tell you which ones you probably want to keep more. Samurai sword, bowie knife, broken chainsaw, fireman's axe, rusty pipes, and well, they're all very useful in their own ways. It's just melee weapons are the kind of things you have to use before you find a gun, or if you find a gun without any ammo. I mean, those are the kind of things you're going to have to use until you find some more ammo. Now, next are the guns. There are quite a bit of guns in this game. All their ammos and stuff, you have to find those. And there's plenty of guns to keep you busy. That's what I'm trying to say. And some of the guns are, you know, a little harder to find, like these. I mean, ones that already come with attachments. The attachments are findable, and they are craftable onto the weapon, otherwise that would make absolutely no sense. I need a crafting table. I'll just go ahead and show you real quick. There's, for pretty much every weapon, you can put any attachment on, except for long range and limited to some weapons. So, Lee Enfield, this is a very loud, unsuppressible long range weapon that you can put a scope on. And it's pretty useful for sniping. It's just probably not going to want to use that if you're planning on going quiet. There are weapons that you can suppress that are quite long range, like the Remington 700 that is scoped and suppressed, and the AS-50. Now the AS-50, for those of you who may not know, is not like the Remington 700, which is pretty much bolt action. The AS-50 shoots quite faster, and pretty much as fast as you can pull the trigger. So for those of you who have trigger finger, it'll be a pretty nice gun. As you see, he's getting destroyed by the barbed wire. That didn't really take all that long to kill him, but if you do something similar to I have, put a layer of barbed wire around and one above, it'll keep what's supposed to stay out. So those are the long range weapons. Now there's a variant of assault rifles. You know, your AKs and your SCARs, you know, your G36 and stuff like that. You know, these are all compatible with attachments, otherwise that'd be very lame. Each of them obviously consuming their own type of ammo. And pistols. There's your Glock 18, your M9, and your Glock 21. No pistol is better than the other one. They just vary between capacity. There's another zombie dying. Give me a second. I won't worry about that right now. I'll just fly away. None of the pistols do better damage than any other. It's just they tend to hold different amounts of ammo for, you know, they have different capacities and stuff like that. There's your, you know, MP5, you know, police gun sort of thing. So it's pretty decent. Your G36 isn't exactly an assault rifle like I had said it was, excuse me for that. It is kind of like an SMG. It's pretty reliable. But, I'm gonna have to make a second video on the other stuff. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna go ahead and make a second video on all the other stuff, explaining some more of the new ads and stuff like that. So I will see you all later. Like, comment, and subscribe. And this has been RK Masters Minecraft.